You guys haven't heard from me in about 30 days, and I wanted to let you know why. Several of you have messaged me on YouTube or in private and asked about how my condition was. The reason you haven't heard from me in the past 30 days is I was a little disappointed in my results of my cataract surgery 30 days ago. Kind of got me rocked back on my heels a little bit. Got even worse yesterday when I started having parts supply problems with my other too many talons. But as far as my eye was concerned, went back Monday and I made sure to find out exactly what my eye problem was from 30 days ago. And what it was is there's a macular edema in both eyes. Normally your eyes, the retina looks like this, right straight in the back where the center of your retina is and the optic nerve comes out. There's just a little dimple. Well, when they do cataract surgery and they open the intraocular capsule, put the acid in there and melt your natural lens, and then suck it out and then stick the new artificial lens in for your cataracts and close it back up so it can heal. They don't know why, if there's some kind of shock wave goes through the eye and damages the back right here or what or why. But they know every 30th person they did cataract surgery on, irregardless if they're diabetic or not, they're going to come up with a macular edema. So that's what happened to me. It happened in both eyes. I don't like to beat on people for their failures, but truth is truth. The eye doctor went on vacation twice and caused me. Normally, you have cataract surgery in one eye, and 2 weeks later, you have it in the other eye. So the two eyes are kind of being treated at the same time. The time between my two surgeries was a month and a half because the surgeon went on vacation twice during that time and didn't have an appointment time for me. But they were anxious to get the first one done and get the money for it, so wish they'd have just waited until the second eye and done them both like they should have. But they didn't. That's neither here nor there. So one of the things that happened to me was I went a month with no eye drops in my left eye because I had already had drops in it for a month, which is what the original schedule is. So I came back in at the end of that month and looked at the eye chart with my left eye that they worked on, and I couldn't see the top line. They just shut down the eye chart, and I guess they figured, what the hey, he's just 30 days out. But I don't know why they didn't check my retina at that time. Then 2 weeks later, they did the other eye. A month later was 2 months ago. At the end of that month, when all the drops were supposed to be stopped in both eyes, I went in a month ago and couldn't see the eye chart top line on either eye. So they really didn't know why it was happening, this, that, and the other. So they sent me into another room and took a picture of the back of my eye, and then that's when they found the macular edema in the back. And it looks sort of like this. This is a cystoid macular edema, but they're all about the same. There's some reason that little area that should be a slight dimple where the optic nerve is pooched up. You can see here. It's pooched up in a large way here. Over here, it's just pooched up a little bit. On my eyes, both of them were pooched up. This sort of looks like my eyes. He didn't show me the second one this past Monday because there was no improvement in it. That's the one that went for 30 days with no drops of any kind in it. I'm just trying to look for one that's sort of like mine, because mine isn't too bad. Mine's a little bit like this, just a little bit on one side. That's a good one. The ellipsoid zone in my eyes is gone because of inflammation. They're not infected. It's not just irritation, it's an inflammation. It's treated as if it's an infection with eye drops. They switch one of the eye drops to steroid. They still got the one for infection, which I don't seem to have. So we made sure Monday that I understood exactly what my problem was so I could relate it to you, because I couldn't relate it to you because I didn't really grasp what it was the last time, because I was a little bit in shock. But my right eye, this past Monday, I could read the 2030 line, one line up from 2020. My left eye did not improve at all. That's the one that went 30 to 90 days with no drops in it. The right eye had drops in it all the way through the end of the 30 days after the surgery. And so we just switched both eyes to the steroid and continuing the anti-inflammatory of both eyes. So the left eye didn't improve. The right eye improved remarkably in the past 30 days. So, not really happy about it all. Of course, who would be? They can't tell me why it happened. It's something that happens to diabetics in there. When they go blind from diabetes, that's the kind of thing that just happens on the back of their eye. But they don't suspect that. They were checking me once a year for any kind of macular problem in that area, and I was checked just before the cataract surgery. So that's why they did the cataract surgery. During the regular yearly checkup for retina, blood vessels burst back here, that kind of thing that diabetics would have, or the edemas, I didn't have any. And at that same time, my lens was so cloudy, it was time to do the surgery. The surgery was done, and again, the surgeon can't tell me why, if it's some kind of shock or what, from cutting the front of the eye open that causes the back of the eye to have an edema. All they know is it's there, and they treat it with eye drops. So I wanted to let everybody know what was going on. I feel like I can see well enough to fly. They don't. They wondered if I should be driving. But again, my right eye is now completely, it's almost completely better. It's radically better. One line up from the 2020 is better than not being able to see the top line on the chart. Although the left eye still can't see the top line on the chart. It's really bad. At least I've got one good right now to drive with. And I want to go flying. So, truthfully, the past 30 days, I haven't been in the best of spirits. And then some problems in the past 24 hours or so with parts has really knocked me for a loop again. But I just want to let all you who have sent me good tidings, been concerned about my eyesight and stuff, know what's going on. So if you do 300 people's cataracts, you're going to have 10 people who develop macular edemas because of the surgery, they tell me. The eye drops, steroids, and the anti-inflammatory. My right eye almost to 20/20 in 30 days. Although the left eye didn't respond, I think because it went so long with no treatment. We've set up for him to see me in 6 weeks again to recheck both eyes. I honestly do feel that the left eye will come around. I'm doing the eye drops. Their eye drops are really easy to do. So I'll just stop right there with that. And again, tell you guys, you have just been so good to me, checking on me and asking about me. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And I'll try to do everything to help everybody as much as I can to try to pay this back. So, thank you for the well wishes and checking on me. And I really do think it's going to be much better in 6 weeks when I go back. And again, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys. All right, we'll catch you on the flip side.